Ready? Action.
A selfie is a self-portrait type image taken with a handheld device, and it's been added to the dictionary in 2013, where it's rightfully earned its place as a part of human communication.
I'll be investigating how the innocent selfie can be detrimental to our mental health and why we are living in a culture of constant self-comparison.
93 million selfies are taken each day, and 74% of all photos are selfies and uploaded onto Snapchat.
The act of taking a selfie promotes extra-linguistic factors. Individuals can add captions on their video or photo or beneath them. But the question is, does this affect our mental health negatively?
The introduction of Snapchat and Instagram has allowed us to move away from plain text-based posts towards a practice found in vanity, image sharing.
And with the average Brit checking their phone up to 28 times a day, is this really any surprise?
But are we presenting our best selves? Because nowadays all it takes is a simple swipe to Photoshop.
A recent study showed the rate of depression and anxiety experienced in 18 to 24-year-olds has increased by 75% over the past 25 years.
We decided to meet with avid selfie taker Lauren Ailes to gain an insider's perspective.
How many selfies do you take on a daily basis?
I do take a lot, probably 10 to 20 a week though.
So how long does it usually take you to post a single selfie on Instagram?
It takes a while because I've got to work out when people are most active so I can get the most likes for my photo, and then the editing process is quite long as well.
So describe that process to me. How long does it take to edit, and what do you usually do?
I normally make my face and body a bit more tanned, maybe whiten my teeth a bit, smooth out when I've got spots and stuff, put filters on, got to think of a caption.
So do you often find yourself comparing your own appearance with selfies you might see on Instagram, which might be deemed perfect with their smooth skin, face tune?
Yeah, of course. I feel like everybody compares themselves when they post a selfie.
So don't you believe that this obsession with taking selfies can be detrimental to people's mental health and just how they view their own image?
Yeah, definitely. I think with social media these days, it tends to warp the perception that you have of yourself, and you're never going to see yourself as having as little flaws as the people that you see on Instagram.
There are many conflicting views on the affordances and constraints of taking selfies, even to the point where body dysmorphia is a hotly debated topic in mainstream media. This can be seen in the controversy surrounding Tess Holliday, the model seen fronting the cosmopolitan plus-size model body positivity campaign. We decided to meet with Archie Draycott, a politics student at the University of Reading, to see what he had to say on the matter.
Thank you for joining us, Archie.
It's my pleasure.
First of all, have you seen this picture before, and what were your first impressions?
Yeah, I've seen it before. My first impressions were that it's not the kind of thing you usually see on the front cover of a magazine like Cosmopolitan. And
Why do you think that is?
because she doesn't exactly fit the usual standards of beauty. But I think the editors have done it for political reasons, because they're arguing that beauty is socially constructed and she can be just as beautiful as anybody else. But I don't think that's the case.
So if that is the case, do you think that for just the average person, this would promote body positivity, or just promote and encourage an unhealthy lifestyle?
I think it's definitely encouraging an unhealthy lifestyle, because there's a difference between not encouraging bullying and being mean to people, and actually encouraging a lifestyle that's unhealthy, because she's simply dying. So it's just exactly the same as having a junkie on the front of Cosmopolitan shooting up heroin and saying, "I'm beautiful." It's just not beautiful, she's dying. And any doctor would tell her that. Most doctors just tell it how it is.
For those with issues like body dysmorphia won't work, what do you think is the natural next step forward?
I think people that have body dysmorphia and anorexia and those kind of diseases should seek medical help, and they shouldn't require the rest of society to accommodate them. It's their problem, and it's also, it sounds harsh, but they need to seek help rather than try and get the rest of society to change their perceptions of beauty. You don't have to be really skinny, nobody wants that, but promoting people who are dangerously obese and who are going to die at 40 of heart disease is not the right way to go about it. And I don't think it's going to help themselves. And I think also the idea that the reason they have body dysmorphia is because of negative standards of beauty, or unobtainable standards of beauty in the media is also a lie. I think social media probably doesn't help. They see their friends and compare themselves against that. And body dysmorphia has been around long before unobtainable beauty standards.
So, is selfie taking addiction? It's become the norm for us to take a selfie whether on holiday or just on a night out.
The problem is when it becomes unhealthy, like in the case of 19-year-old Danny Bauman. Danny would spend around 10 hours a day trying to take the perfect selfie, and his addiction eventually led to the development of his dysmorphic disorder, resulting in 2 suicide attempts.
This type of situation is so common that a new phenomenon has been labelled Snapchat dysmorphia. This is where patients seek out plastic surgery and try to make themselves seem like filters or just an overall improvement.
Alright boys, so we've just finished the investigation on taking selfies. What are we thinking? We obviously know that there's a deeper side and a much darker side to taking a selfie, so what are your guys' views on it?
Well, it seems pretty obvious that maybe we aren't thinking individually about all the times that we upload selfies and what maybe it could possibly lead to. And it's okay to say that that won't happen to me, I'm not that extreme case, but I think it's good to also be aware of things that have happened to other people and maybe understand it may be happening to people around you as well.
Yeah, what do you think, Anthony?
Well, I think that it's all a matter of comparing nowadays, because I think we're so obsessed with how we look and how someone else is looking and how someone else is going about their life. Like it's almost like we're trying to shape our lives around someone else, and I think that it's difficult to kind of monitor and sort of manage, but we have to try and block out what everyone else is kind of thinking and what they're doing.
Yeah, also you've got to remember it's not always about the selfie, it's about the reaction to the selfie as well.
Yeah.
It's more about what you think people will think of your appearance, and sometimes you will get a positive comment. Also, you can get negative comments as well, and the way that will make you feel. Make you feel.
Yeah. Do you think it's a case that it's just on social media, and that's the only place we need to stop it, or are there like wider circumstances that have been going on for longer?
I don't think it's social media. I think because we've made a step towards the involvement in social media in our lives, that is just the new way people will often go to make a comment or potentially bully someone or say something. Previously, when social media wasn't so popular, you wouldn't have these confrontations on social media. So I think social media is just a platform that is used now for.
I think that's the issue with it, because everyone likes to highlight the positives of social media, that it's so interactive, it's so rapid, and just it's constantly changing. But they've made it so like
we need to
open.
be cautious.
And I know that you can hide things and make yourself like almost anonymous online, but social media is such a big place that it's really hard to kind of monitor like trolling and things like that.
Yeah, it's accessible to so many people. There are cases that I know when we were younger, I think the age to be on Facebook is 13.
Yeah, I think so.
And so many people I knew were on it before that age.
But it's a societal issue before anything else, and I think you can't expect social media you can't expect things like Instagram and Snapchat to no selfies. I think it's definitely a societal issue, and if you can tackle it in society, then you can tackle it with things like social media as well.